Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom Worth Jr. Friday, end of the work week here, and not a strong end to the week as the Senate Democrats, enough of them caved to the budget for the Republicans. This is something that will go down. This is a marker. This is an important appeasement of the Republicans. I think this spells very bad things for Chuck Schumer. This is the end of his leadership. I mean, not obviously not in terms of the actual title of being the minority leader, but he holds no more leadership ability after this debacle. Don't know what happened. I always wonder when you have someone who has nothing to gain from supporting this. He can say, "Oh, we need to keep the government open," all he wants, but all he needed to do was signal to the Republicans, just tell them that, like I believe he did yesterday morning. He had a tweet or whatever that the Democrats would not be signing off on this budget. But then last night he switched. And so if he would have done that, if he would have let them know, dudes, we're not advancing this, it would have had to go back to the House. And the House would have had to have a true clean continuing resolution, most likely for 30 days. They would have actually had to negotiate a little bit with Democrats. The Democrats don't have power, but just just a token. Hey, we got this thing. Hey, they took this thing off. Just the most minute thing is all it would have taken. Instead, somebody got to him. Somebody promised him something. Somebody threatened him with something, whatever it was last night, and all hell broke loose on the Democrat side. And it should have. I would just love to know really how these things go. We all know what kind of arm twisting goes on. Is it really as simple as money, or are there actually threats involved? It's a combination of the two. Just would love to know what it took to get him to flip and totally cave to the Republicans. They got to completely leave the Democrats out of all negotiations on this bill and advance it. Like total abdication by the Democrats. This is why so many people from the start have said, don't look for any help from your Democratic senators or House. Every Democratic House member except one voted against this budget bill. You're talking about a couple hundred people. Everyone except one. And then on the Democrat side, they needed 8 Democrats to go along with it. I want to say they got 10. The usual suspects there. Just disgusting. Just nauseating, whatever you want to say it is. But we knew as of last night when he came out and said he would be voting for this, that he already had the votes to help the Republicans. So kind of one of the reasons I didn't put one out last night. I was just poring over things, and I'd been thinking about things. Went to this cool lecture last night over at SMU after work with my wife. I'll get to that in a sec. But he got home kind of late and going through the news, and I saw that breaking, and it really just derailed. It just, I don't know. I didn't want to come on here and be all despondent or angry or whatever it was, and I just didn't feel like it. And I tried to muster enough of something to come on just to put something out last night, and in the end, I was not in the right frame of mind to get on here and talk for 10 minutes or whatever. We went to what was on my mind when I got home was kind of another depressing realization. And sorry, I'm scratching my arm a little bit, and I have a little red spots on my face. It's allergy season for me here. Not very fun, but powering through it. So this lecture was about whatever. It's about some medieval thing, Virgin Mary, a shrine to Mary, and on the Adriatic coast of Italy. And I've been reading a lot about the Adriatic in Venice and other places around there for the last couple of years. Just something I didn't know a lot about. It's funny how much you can feel like you know about the other side of Italy, the Mediterranean side, but the Adriatic side, and then going across that to Croatia and those other lands over there. I don't know. I know more than I did a couple years ago, so that's good. But you have a professor, and she is a professor of medieval history, and it's at a university. In this case, a private university. And she's doing this scholarly research. She's written a book. She spent a few years doing research, poring over these wills and testaments from the 1400s and 1500s in Italy, different languages, and she's come up with her book idea and done it. And just a wonderful night hearing her talk about these things. Bought the book after. There's so much. I mean, this woman's life for probably a couple years was in there, and she was already talking based on a question asked afterwards about the next book she's working on. All of this is made possible in our society by the things that Donald Trump and his crew are taking away from us. Money for education, money for research, money for scholarship in areas that don't have a direct transactional economic benefit for Donald Trump today. So it will be taken away. Funding for universities. We saw funding taken away from Columbia, $400 million last week. And it just, it's already so hard for these people to get professorships. And it was cool because her opening slide said assistant professor. And then the lady presenting her said, actually, she's a full professor now. That's just a new development. And it was just really great. You could tell everyone was proud of her, and it was a really joyous time. And I just am, you got to wonder how long this will last. Can we get out of this in a year and 8 months at the midterms? At least the congressional part of the equation. Can we get out of it almost 4 years from now and not have everything just dismantled? It is our way of life. And I know I'm just talking about university and higher education and academics, and this might not seem important to some people, but I don't care. It is. And it doesn't have to be medieval history. It can be disease research. It can be social research. Whatever it is, we need. These things don't directly put dollars in people's pockets. This is a kind of thing that governments need to support. And of course, private donors need to support it as well. And you need to pay for it yourself or take out loans yourself. It's all part of the equation. I don't know, just has you questioning everything. On the bright side, I did, before coming on here with this video, I didn't see any headlines about it, so I had to Google what the G7 statement was up in Canada. And in some of the results, I saw this picture of Marco Rubio getting off his plane when he landed there the other day with the comment was something about the world's smallest red carpet and how Canada really knows how to throw shade. This pretty hilarious seeing him getting off his big plane with a few people guarding him, and then just little red square carpet, just not grandiose at all. Maybe they do that all the time, but someone calling that out made me think maybe it was exceptionally small. In this instance, there was a statement, and it did have quite a bit to say about Ukraine. Wasn't super scathing against Russia, but I was okay with that statement. That it does that they are all agreed to worry about security guarantees and a ceasefire and prevent future Russian aggression. Kind of vaguely worded, but it was stronger than I expected it to be. And there are other things in the statement, not just about Ukraine. That's basically what it led off with. Once it got through a few niceties, and then it went into Asia, went into China, and went into Africa. So, and over here too, in Haiti and the Caribbean. So, a wide-ranging statement by the G7, but it did lead off with Ukraine, and I was happy about that. Rubio, I saw, found the time to say that the South African ambassador to the U.S. was not welcome here. He couldn't come here because he hates Trump and he hates America, and it was a tweet, and I saw it on a video I was watching. They had a screenshot of his tweet, and I mean, I think someone's hijacked his Twitter account, like Trump himself maybe, because it completely read as something that would be on Donald Trump's Truth Social, just the language he used. Marco Rubio, he's not going to come out and say he hates Trump, he hates America. That's just something Donald Trump says. Guy doesn't hate America. What he did do is say that Donald Trump is a white supremacist. So that does make you persona non grata, as Rubio's statement said, which was hilarious. Again, it's the truth, but Trump can't handle the truth. Musk is continuing to crack under the pressure of his crumbling car company, which, I mean, it was built on subsidies with government help, but the way the public has turned on this, Republicans aren't the ones that have been buying all these Teslas for all of their green goodness. It's been Democrats for the most part, and when you unleash a whatever Elon Musk is, Democrats are going to respond, or not just in America, but people around the world, and they have. They're tanking Tesla. I have read that Tesla stock was some of the collateral put up for him to have his purchase of Twitter financed. So I don't see them calling his loan due early, but that's got to be stressing the dude out. These are hundreds of billions of dollars of market losses for Tesla stock, and his own personal net worth over 100 billion. So these are the silver linings that Trump's still throwing hissy fits, and so is Elon Musk. So keep up the good work. I did see a report just randomly, scrolling through Blue Sky, about foot traffic, and I just saw that this afternoon, and some retail group that does this. Foot traffic in Target and foot traffic in Costco over the last 5 weeks, I believe it was 5 to 6 weeks, depending on which foot traffic report you're looking at. But year over year, the first week after the boycotts started, which was back in early March, Target foot traffic down in their physical stores was down just about 7%, and Costco's was up 7%. So my little bitty anecdotal thing that I saw Sunday appears to be real. Website traffic down to Target too, so it's working. So keep it up, everyone, if you're able. If you have a Target that you can boycott, more power to you. And that's it for today, and we'll talk tomorrow.